Hi there, I'm Jason from Race Yachts. Today we're at the CYC in Sydney and we're running through the JV62 Whisper with the boat captain, Tom Fountain.
Starting from the front, our tack line setup is in offshore mode. We run both 2-to-1 tack lines. In the bobstay, we've got a load cell out of the bobstay, load cell in the forestay, load cell also in the jib cunningham. If you do want to go to inshore mode, we would run a 1-to-1 port tack line and a non-locking port halyard. Staying in offshore mode, both masthead halyards, port and starboard, are on locks. We do have an inshore halyard without a lock. Gorilla foil, permanent furling line that stays in there. We've got a dual ram, so an adjustable forestay, which downstairs is a dual ram with the forestay and jib cunningham. Coming further aft, you've got your staysail tack point, pretty simple. And then here's your GS tack point. So this is our GS system. Starting off with the GS, there's a hydro ram on the tack, obviously then a locking halyard with the lower deflector. Got a pneumatic hatch. This pump and dumps on the top of the instrument bracket as well as one downstairs. You can manually override it too. So these are our jib lead setups. Both on either side, your up downs have a ram on both port and starboard. And then with your 3 jib leads, you've obviously got your most outboard, you've got a mid lead, and then your primary inboard lead for your upwind settings. These jib tracks are updated 2023. They're on a single ram. Sorry, your in-outs on a single ram. Your jib systems are controlled by trimmers back in the cockpit. They have the 3 systems hydraulically run by the up, down, the in, out, and then obviously a jib cunningham. This is a high modular Southern Spars carbon rig, 3 spreaders with EC6 rigging that was serviced in November of 2023. We've got obviously the upper and lower deflectors, all internal halyard locks for your masthead halyard, your fractional halyard, jib halyard, with the mainsail track with your 3 reef locks, including obviously a full hoist lock. And then we've got the 2 booms. Currently we've got the offshore boom on at the moment. That has 3 outboard reef locks and built-in lazy jack system. We've also got an inshore regatta no lock boom. So in the pit now, these are your port and starboard masthead halyard and your fractional halyard clutches. They're all new 2023. And this is your starboard pit winch. Obviously this is your driven pit winch, a 3-speed winch with an overdrive box. So all of your hoists are off that winch and controlled by your forward starboard pedestal, but all your pedestals do link in. And your reef lines run through here. Also your outboard reef lines, all of which are on their own locks too. So all 3 outboard reef lines on locks also. And you've also got the little exit point here in the deck. That is for your drop line, should you have it in. So the boat does come with a full drop line system. It's not on a wheel, but it's just a purchase system that runs through the boat, including a hatch roller, and that's your exit there. That leads back to a primary. So over in the port pit now, you've got both your tack lines, your mainsail, jib, and GS halyards on this side. This winch is not driven, just top handled. It is a 3-speed winch, and then your ZS clutches, and obviously your tack line clutches here. Also with your constrictor for your lazy jacks and your organizer. So your pedestals and winch systems, obviously we've got 3 pedestals here. They all link in together. Starting off with your forward ones, your starboard forward pedestal powers your pit winch. Obviously at starboard primary, again they all link in. Both primary winches, 99s, 3-speed with overdrive boxes. The jib trimming system is here, so with your trimmers stationed here is what we talked about earlier with your jib in, out, up, down, and tack on the hydro pumps here for your trimmers. And then also we've got clutches and blocks for both of your spinnaker sheets, including your peel sheets, obviously for your offshore stuff. On your mainsail, on your main pedestal here, this is the pedestal that has a rotary pump and drives your hydraulics. This pump drives for all your mainsail hydraulics, including Vang, Cunningham, outhaul, and then also it pumps your upper and lower deflector, your adjustable forestay, and also your mast butt fore and aft to control your rake. Coming further back, here you've got, it's obviously a single main sheet pod a single main sheet winch. This is a 3-speed winch. It doesn't have overdrive, not really required for your main sheet. And then you've got your 2 obviously not driven traveller winches either side. Coming to your main sheet operating area, this pedestal drives a rotary pump for your hydraulic systems. Everything here is all your hydro systems. So you've got your mast butt fore and aft, upper deflector, lower deflector, the GS tack ram, and then all of your main sheet stuff, your Vang, Outhaul, Cunningham, and also your adjustable forestay. So all of your rig settings, rake settings basically comes from this area. And then on your 2 H5000 displays here, you have string plots and everything on all of those rams to know exactly where you're at with your rig setting. Coming to your helm station. A few nice things about this is your grab rail here. Mounts obviously your H5000 display. It's really good with all of your data on there for if you're in really bad weather sailing. For your helmsman's got all of their data and everything you can see straight on your H5 there. Also, when I'm moving the boat around, you've got your depth sounder chart there, so if anything's coming up quick, you see it. You've also got your eye bolt to put your short strop on if you're going downhill quickly to hold on to the wheel. An adjustable foot shock with 2 settings. And then under there you've also got your Outhaul and Vang dump buttons, panic buttons if you like. If you're wiping out and you hit that, that'll ease your Vang, ease your Outhaul. Also, what we have on your helm station is on the outboard side, you've got a button to stop and start your water ballast fill pumps, including a man overboard button, and that's side to side. So back to your runner systems. Here we've got a actually upgraded larger runner winch. We get up to over 9 tonne of max runner, and that's your little B&G 1010 display with your forestay load cell, showing that for your runner trimmer. Coming back to your runners, these are all brand new in 2023. V-sheave blocks from Harkin, and on your obviously EC6 carbon. So down at the back, obviously first thing you notice is the Starlink. It's the Marine Ducks Guts high performance antenna. So we have 2 4G antennas, all your GPS, AIS, everything you could possibly need. Also there mounted on that aft rail is your John Boy. That includes an AIS transponder which activates when you deploy it. And then what I'm seeing on here is actually a false transom. Obviously the boat started life as a 60 footer. It's now a 62 footer. And in here we have both of our life rafts. Now you can obviously pull them out the top and deploy them from deck. And also in the event of inversion, we have 2 false doors on the back part of the transom. So the life rafts can be deployed straight out of the back of the boat also. And the last thing we have back here obviously is those 2 Harkin V-sheave spinnaker blocks for your 4.5 spin sheets. So up in the bow here, we've got our dual forestay and jib Cunningham ram, and also we've got a little dam here. There's an automatic bilge pump inside that also for any water ingress through the forestay. Coming further aft here, we've got both of our jib up-down rams and also our GS tack ram. We've also got our crew gear hanging points. We've got our life jackets and bum bags on there at the moment, but everyone gets a hook during the race to bring along whatever you're allowed to. Also, you've got your pump and dump for the pneumatic pump up hatch down here also. Here we've got our rope blocker obviously. You got 2 KZ furling drums including head swivels. We've got an H5000 display for your off-watch team, knowing what's going on deck. Obviously hang up all your running rigging, deck gear bag, and a roaming bilge pump in there. And coming across here, we've got our enclosed head. We've got an electric toilet and seacocks there. Back in the galley now, we've got a gimbal mount here with your 2 Sumo jet boils. We've got our sink here and all of your fresh water supply underneath that. You can bring your made water straight to the sink, and then we've also got an aft tank and a forward tank that's directly plumbed to this sink. On the rig here, you've got all of your hydraulic rams, including your deflectors, mainsail controls, and the like. And then over on the starboard side, you've got a little ice chest and some storage shelves, also our grab bags and fire extinguisher safety gears stowed under there. And back in our nav station now, obviously fully built up carbon nav station, including your Panasonic Toughbook, your Mesa deck screen, your handheld VHS, your built-in VHS and a chart plotter, your switchboard and everything battery related. Also obviously back here, super comfortable for your navigator. Also, you can see our adjustable bunks. We've got 7 of them per side, 14 in total, 3 forward and then 2 in the bays as you go aft. Here's our lifting prop box too. Down here, just on a block and tackle system, I can lift the prop up and down to fully reduce your drag, no sail drive. And obviously also our engine ignition panel there. Above us, we've got our cube bevel boxes and all of our underdeck gear with the carbon splines and foot buttons. Aft in the boat here, we've got our hydraulic oil reservoir, all of your hydraulic controls and stainless steel tubing which goes through the entire yacht. We've also got our ballast system, our scoops, how we fill and dump the water ballast back here. Also our 2 tanks are further aft. We have a forward and an aft tank split in 2. That's 730 litres a side, as we said earlier. And then also back here we've got our new in 2023 actually, the Zen Wiki water maker, which creates 30 litres per hour. It's fantastic. And also a fully carbon fibre quadrant and big steering cables.